Yo guys, Beast back with some more beastly content. Today is going to be a base tour. So, we're going to be doing a tour of my Way of Winter Season 3. So this is the third season I've spent in Way of Winter. I love Way of Winter. I don't know about some of y'all. Some of y'all didn't like it because of the temperature mechanic. I kind of like it. But regardless, here is the base. So this is a 3 territory plot base before we begin. We're going to start on this side because why not? So, here we go. This is the main, first entrance deck little area here. We're going to go ahead and walk down here because we're going to be collecting from all of our water pumps while we do this. Because this base has a lot going on to it. And the reason why we're collecting from the water pumps themselves is because of a tower perk that allows us to pump both polluted water, which we're not worried about. We're only using that for the deviated generators. And then also, deviated generators and, of course, the stardust mining platforms. But also, we're pumping the barreled crude oil. As you can see, we got about 900 out of this one. The weird thing about the pumps now, it seems like one pump will gather like hundreds and then the rest will gather like 2 or 4. It's just how the pumps have been. This is my first grow facility here. This one right here is literally just a 4 by 4, you know, and then that's that. You go 4 long, 2 wide, and bam, you got yourselves a full facility, you know, growing facility. You see, we're 236 out of 250, damn near full. I could have placed a couple more loamy soil down. I kind of got a little messy with it. But as you can see here, you can fit a lot of loamy soil in a lot smaller of a pocket than you can fit a planter box setup. But we're getting a little ahead of that. That is the planting setup there. This is like our little deck entryway here. So let's go ahead and cover this. I'm so excited to show you this, guys. But bam, we got a damn bathroom. And there's a damn toilet there, guys. So yes, I did get the toilet blueprint finally. I was so hyped. It was like a good 400 or 500 coins in before I finally got the damn thing. And hey, look, we got a bathtub. And you can connect water pipes to the bathtub. Oh, but you can't the toilet. Okay, so we are going to connect water pipes to this. I didn't know you actually could do that here. We're going to connect a water pipe. Is it going to be gravity fed though? Because if it is, oh well. There we go. And it says drain. So I guess you could put water in there and drain it. Interesting, I don't know. That is just the drain, so it is ran properly. Not sure I like where it's running into. Regardless, that's the bathroom. What do you think of it? I think it's alright. I got the toilet, and I'm happy about it. So this is like a little library area here. We also got our little furnace array here. So I'm going to go ahead and check this out and show it to y'all, and then show you what's going on here. So, first of all of my fridges are tied to power constant. I want all my fridges running constantly. So these are tied just directly to power. However, my furnace array and this array here, also my stove array over there, different arrays, they all have switches, so I can turn them off when I'm not using them, saving power and allowing to send it to, you know, another area that might really want some power too. So we'll go ahead and take a look over here. So I actually got oil processing on my alt, so I haven't been using these pumps very much. But on my main, I got the Stardust water pump. And these are just like the 2 different methods of making Stardust source aside from farming it from bosses. You can also make it in these as well, there's a little bit more of a complex setup, but you can do oil processing. This is my super refinery setup. I have 10 of these bad babies. Now, I need to go through and gather all the oil before we add anything to it, so we're not going to look at those too much. But we'll go ahead and walk through here and check this out. Let's go ahead and explain these. These are Stardust mining platforms. They're a Nomadic unlock. I do believe it's 40, 45, and 50. But as you can see here, so many minutes left, and as you can see, I had 239 sitting in here, and I've already collected a bunch of these, and I have like thousands and thousands of Stardust ore just chilling in a chest that's all automated here. And at first I thought you needed to log in every day and like get onto here and click start on this, but actually they can be started automatically, and I might want to add some more. Speaking of, they can be automatically started by the Digbees, so just make sure you refresh your Digbee activity if you are using these. But the reason why we're running this Stardust ore is because when mixing that with 15 mixed fuel, you can make yourselves 50 Stardust source. So we'll be covering that in a future video for the oil processing. Lovers, you're finally going to get the video you wanted. But as you can see here, this is just like the deviation closet for this side of things. The rest of them kind of spread out into here. I got a little lazy towards the end. This looks like the later end of the base this side. Not all of it, but that right there, the deviations is the last thing I thought of on this side, you can kind of tell. But this is my kitchen array. Once again, it's all tied to a switch, except for the fridges, of course. The fridges all ran up the wall and all powered. I don't know. One of the hive members must be putting blueberry sodas in the fridge. You don't need to cool it. It don't need to cool, man. You're filling up my fridge for no reason. Regardless, I need to go sell those, actually. I don't even think I've got the EL cap yet. But As you can see here, this is my little cooking stove area. Enough said about that. Let's go ahead and walk into here. This is going to enter into the next portion of the base. Now, I think we're actually going to take ourselves down these stairs right here. And what we're going to do here is just go ahead and check out this little area here. I'm going to talk about this briefly, but this is kind of its own video. This is my little breeding area for rabbits. And as you can see here, I just have the rabbits chilling in here. And what I do is right now I have two sets. I have a male and a female and a male and a female. But I keep them breeding, and when they breed and their tameness is up, and they have so many breed chances. When they breed, they create rabbit kits. Now, these can be placed down and grown up into full-blown rabbits, and the reason why I'm growing these is because I actually slaughter off the extra ones, and I still haven't actually done that here yet. So, I'm saving that for a future video when we actually cover this in more detail and how to do it, how to catch them, everything like that, where to catch them. And we're going to cover other animals and things like that. But for now, yeah, this is just my little breeding setup. Right now, it's a rabbit facility for growing rabbits just to kill for the fur and the meat for, you know, the specific... I think it's the spicy food for the burn build, but regardless, because I do want to be selling that soon. This is my flamingo setup out here, and we're kind of getting like a little bit far into the base. But the problem is that they didn't really want to stay in their container cell. They have all migrated over to this little lake area, and I was kind of concerned about this at first, but I've been watching their HP, and they don't really seem to be losing it. And once again, the flamingo setup is built on the alt side. That's how I have more than 6 animals, just so you know. The flamingo is actually built on the alt side, so I'd have to log into the alt account to actually see if I can collect from them. But I have recently collected the harvest from them. Alrighty, and on to the third side of the base here real quickly, and then we'll get back into the main portion of the base. Like I said, this base is huge, and no matter what direction you go, you can kind of get lost in it. So here is my third crop growing facility. We didn't even look at the first one, but this is the third one. This is just a bulk grow facility, and it is a tower style. It's the same as the 6x2 or the 4x2 I showed you earlier, except for it's a 2x2, but it is in tower form, so they're just stacked right up on top of each other. Once again, 2 high walls, bam, 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 super duper easy, no problem. As you can see, they're currently growing blueberries for the hive members, so you know they can just come over here, throw in some blueberries, got some fertilizer going, bam, 1,000 blueberries to make some more blueberry soda. Super duper easy. Also, you could let those expire, and then you'd have a ton of spoiled food to make fertilizer for. That's how I have a lot of fertilizer. As you can see here, I have a bunch of Digby's here. I'm wanting to do a comparison of the stardust water pumps and the oil processing on like going full farm on the stardust pumps, and then also just how the oil processing works. Here is our water pumps over here though, so we're gonna go ahead and get these collected here. As you can see here, these have been sitting for a minute. Ooh, look at that, like 1,000 in just one. Very, very nice. And there's another one. Looks like the water's starting to stack up. I might want to work on like the water system here more a little bit, it looks like. That one was kind of stacking up with it. I might just need to add some more. I think they're like advanced water purifiers now, or water filters or something like that now. They used to be called osmosis filters, which, you know, I don't know why they changed it from that. Osmosis filter worked for me, and I think it worked for a lot of people. But these devs have a problem with like constantly changing the names of things in this game. They like don't need a name change to begin with. Like osmosis filter was fine for the advanced water purifier, and they changed it to all sorts of different things, and now it's a filter. You could have just left it at osmosis purifier. You could have left the XP item at the orange key pie or whatever it was, instead of like being fruity pancakes now. Also, the storage batteries, just leave it at storage batteries. That's cool. We don't need it to be heavy voltage batteries or anything else. Just leave it at storage batteries and call it cool. That's a good name. Just stick with one name is what I'm saying, because all these items names, they're working, they're great, but just stick to one name. Like I said, this is like the third side. I kind of want to do more work to this and like try and perfect this. I also wanted to try and move these pumps and see if maybe I can get more oil if I pumped over there. But we will see in the future. But once again, this is mainly just for collecting oil. That's like the 99% of this side's purposes, aside from also having, you know, the grow facility here for the blueberries or whatever else I want to grow in bulk. So we have explored one side of the bottom area, so we'll go ahead and take a look at this other side of the bottom area. And we could have went that other way to go back into the base, but we'll go this way instead. This is my, and where you need to collect the water pumps here too. This is my setup for my crop facility up top that is nothing but planter boxes. It's a full facility worth of planter boxes. I was debating with someone and they were saying that like, oh, the loamy soil grows slower than the planter boxes, and I'm gonna test it because I have both types of facilities built with all the thermal tower upgrades, and even like not 100% testing it, I don't see a difference at all. Not in the slightest do I see a difference. But we're gonna do some more official type of testing, you know, things exactly at the exact same time and then timing it out sort of thing. But we will have to see on that video in the future. Right now we're just gonna grab this barrel of fuel, and then we're gonna head on up top and we're gonna check out the rest of the base. See, because we've been looking at all like the side parts of the base that are all like, and this is all the material generation stuff, but we haven't really looked at the main part of the base. And we're gonna go ahead and get right on into that now. Let's go up these stairs. As you can see here, well, bam. Now we could walk down that hallway and go check all that goodness out, or we can go ahead and check out this here, the planter box facility. So here's the planter box facility. Once again, I've covered these growth facilities themselves in a previous video, so go ahead and check that down below. I'm not going to dwell on these forever. As you can see, I've moved just a couple more planter boxes so I could place other things. I did have to lose some planter boxes. This is a max 250 function facility area. I wanted to do all the sides like that, and then I was like, I'm not doing that. It's just not worth it, man. But as you can see, this is the planter facility. I did have 4 grow shrooms here, but I've recently moved 2 of them over to that closet area over there so I could get more planting done in there. I kind of move them around to like where I'm at, and then I'll start my planting. So like I'll put like 20 of each. Like right now I'm running a lot more. I'm running, what am I running here for seeds wise? What do I got here? Beet seeds. So I'm running beet seeds in breeding boost, and I think I'm running saffron in breeding boost actually, because I'm wanting to make a ton of canned energy drinks soon. I just want to stock up the crap out of them, and we're gonna do that very, very soon. And then as you can see, I also have the buzzy bees. But that is pretty much the planter box setup. As you can see here, this is what I said about the spoiled food earlier. You can put 1,000, so you can make up to 4,000 fertilizer very, very quickly just by putting in spoiled food. As you can see here, I have 463, and once again, you could grow a bunch of hawthorn berries. They only take an hour to grow. Just spam grow hawthorn berries or spam grow blueberries if you're already level 50. You can let all those expire, and that will create a ton of spoiled food. You won't even have to go mine shell rocks anymore. But we're gonna go down here. We'll be back to this little wall of previous seasons to check it out once we go to Eternal Land and get all these to load. It seems like if you go to Eternal Land and come back, all your paintings will load. So we'll check that out in a minute. But this is the main storage area slash crafting area. So here I have my supplies bench right here, my advanced gear bench. This is where I make my gear. This is my storage setup. Pretty simple. Ores, we got ingots, we got key mats, we got parts, fabrics, and we got plastics. And then we also got the seed vault, we got the scrap adhesive, we got the special storage crate, which the special storage crate's like where it's like miscellaneous things. So I have some more of the improved portable MG turret for my bounce build, so you know we are never running out of those, just so you know. That is a great thing to know about. But as you can see here, this is my little storage area. Then we got the supplies bench right here. We got my kind of like trophy like shelf or something right here, I'm gonna call it. And as you can see here, this is the trophy shelf. It looks pretty good if you ask me. I would just have like all the things I have from collections placed on here. Usually I like to put like all these different little statue decorations on my trophy thing, but I needed them for this anyway, so I went ahead and just didn't include some of them on here. Most of these things are just straight from collections. This is a collection piece, This is from last battle passes thing. This one I'm pretty sure is also a collection piece. It might not be a collection piece actually, but regardless, it is animated. Check that out. It looks awesome. So does that one. And you know which one else is animated? That one. I mean, I love it. I just love some of these statues that they give you for absolute free. And then we have down this hallway here, just my advanced synthesis bench. Then we have all of these little containments here. Once again, deviations wise, I'm not really sure, like I'm 100% set on this. I kind of want to do like a dead split, even split of paper dolls and the oil people, and then on top of it, I need to move more of my Digbees over here towards these stardust mining arrays. But that's pretty much the base. There's where my garage is at. I have these vending machine setups here. Now, some of them are mine, some of them are my alts, and then one of them is just a hive members. And if anybody on this server actually wanted to place one down, I would remove one of my planting boxes so they could place a vendor down. I kind of wanted to do that anyway, where like there's a group marketplace area, but I've never been able to get it to happen in any server, so I just didn't even try this server. But yeah, this is pretty much the base. What do you think of it? This is kind of like my weapon collection wall. I do have more weapons. I could have kept adding them, but I kind of just went with these. These are all ones I've done, you know, pure builds on. So you see this right here. This is a gun, and then we got this one. This one, I've done a build over every single one of these guns on the wall. I think I've done, there might be like, I don't see the SCR Outsider on here, and I've done a couple builds on it. But I do believe that's about all. What do you think of the base? I think it's great. But I am going to go ahead and get out of here. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode.